Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. We're back.
It's
my body that's on the video.
With a really great beer coming from our friends at Sierra Nevada. Thank you. And I don't think it's coming from the Chico plant. I think this is coming from
North Carolina. We ought to listen to Cool in the Gang. We ought to listen to Cool in the Gang with this.
Yeah. All right. So this is celebrated. It's celebrated usually comes out during the holiday season of celebration, and we're
not celebrator, celebration.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Celebration.
I thought it was celebrated.
You're thinking of eyeing or celebrator with the little goat.
Okay, right.
An awesome beer, by the way.
Totally awesome. So this is Celebration. It's a fresh hopped IPA by Sierra Nevada, and what is
family owned, operated, and argued over. That's a bad sign because if the family's arguing, the next time you see this bottle, it's going to say.
I think they got
Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, I think they got 3 different operations now.
Packaged on September 25th. So we only a month.
5 weeks.
A month and a few days over.
Or 5 weeks.
We're recording this on Halloween Day. All right.
So it's 5 weeks.
Yeah. 6.8% alcohol. They first brewed this beer in 1981.
Wow.
For the winter. And, they started in 1980.
And I do believe 1981 was the first year that we got Sierra Nevada here. I remember getting Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, which was the first one that I ever encountered at.
You were drinking beer young because I was 13 in 1981. I remember when the Go-Go's,
so I won't tell the
came out.
Our
lips are sealed. But all right,
it's New Orleans.
Oh right, New Orleans. He's not joking. He's not joking because my daughter was like, "Let's do beer reviews," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then she's like showing me the law. Well, the law says you can drink with your parents if you're 12.
You can.
At a restaurant. I was like, "Okay, well, let's do."
When I was a young boy, we had Dixie Ponies, and I'd go to the bar, which was right around the corner in Mid City, at my grandparents' house, and I'd sit down in the bar with my grandfather, and we'd have Miller Ponies. Well, those people don't exist anymore.
And my friend Cartwright said he was drinking at Yale College Gym when he was 13. And the man was like, "You can drink, Cartwright, but if you make trouble, you're out of here." He's like, "I ain't gonna make trouble. I'm just gonna drink." And they were like, "Okay." So he started that when he was 13 and kept going. All right. Anyway.
Cartwright, the king of Coors Light.
Because that's what they had at the games. What are you doing?
You know.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I want to make sure I get some product.
Go ahead.
I want to get some product in my review. Okay. I'm persnickety like that. I like to taste the beer if I'm going to give it a score. I bet you bought that at Trader Joe's.
I did not. I bought a 6-pack of this at Russ's on Airline and LaBar in Metairie.
On U.S. Highway 61, which runs from New Orleans all the way to Minnesota. All right. And then in Canada, it's Ontario Highway 61.
So this is one of the beers I look forward to buying every year. It's a seasonal beer. And
that is so orange.
Oh, it is orange.
I never get tired of this beer. Believe me, I could do a video every day. I never
orange
get bored.
like my shirt.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So this is usually delicious. It's fruity. It's hop fruitiness. You get that good floralness from the hop.
It's so like a tunnel of aroma. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, Calgon, take me away. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the bread crust, the sweet brown bread crust. It's unreal. It's like Roman meal bread from the, remember Roman meal? But it's, the smell is so rich.
Oh yeah. Just all the hopness and the hop oil kind of goes on top. I hear what you're saying about the Roman meal, but it's not really banging right at me.
Well, you get that more in a German.
But it is, yeah. It's almost like a
getting that bread crust. It is bread. It is.
Oh, this is so well put together. You can tell. And oh, by the way, not to harp on it or anything, but it's clear. All right, so let's go ahead and try this. See what this tastes like.
They love to use compressed air over there.
Oh.
It's like their big It's like their big
It's
hobby.
like, it's like a cleanage thing or something.
He just spraying himself off with it. Like,
Oh. As opposed to bathing.
no, like he might be. Come on, man. He might be like cutting some wood and it gets sawdust and you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, but it only goes on for like 12 to 15
All right,
hours
so let's
a day.
go ahead and
so
try this.
Not so bad. That is on point. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's bitter, but it's really not that bitter.
It tastes a lot like torpedo.
Oh man, I could get addicted to torpedo.
Torpedo is just so good. That's that
Dub extra IPA.
extra IPA.
And they use that little thing in there. They drop it in
Right.
the beer, and it's
But this is
like
more
Mr.
refined
Incredible
than
Mr.
torpedo.
Olympic.
This has got more of a mellowness to it, more of a like a sweet kind of creamy backbone to it. Torpedo's kind of
Oh, now they're starting up the El Camino.
I say just get a truck.
They love working on that El Camino. You know, it is kind of an unusual holiday beer because most of those holiday beers are not India Pale Ales.
Yeah, most of them are kind of like some kind of a cross between some kind of
Fruit cake
fruit cake
or flavored,
right. Yeah.
or Imperial Stout, but
Yeah.
not really
Speaking of
dry hop.
which, holiday beers, I think I ran across 2017 Happy New Year's and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, our special ale from Anchor.
Yeah, I think I found it in the cellar.
Oh, an old one,
Yeah, at a museum, as you will commonly call it.
the Beer Museum.
Yeah, one of these days I have to bring big pints over.
I never get tired of our
The
Anchor's.
museum.
Well, I don't get over the museum, but I never
The
get tired of
museum.
the Anchor's Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, our special ale
Guess what I got in the
that we've
museum?
been making since
Guess what I have in
1975.
the museum? Been there for 4 years.
Pliny the Elder, which I hope you don't have in the museum.
Bad mother sugar.
Oh, the Oyster Stout. Might have gone kind of old. That wasn't really that high IBU, was it? I mean, the high alcohol.
It was 8.
You see, 8's kind of a tipping point. Like, it might be okay after 5 years, and it might not be okay.
But
Mine were,
It's
actually.
an oyster stout. It's going to be great.
Okay.
All right.
All right. This
don't
beer
drink.
is great, and you can get a great deal on it at Trader Joe's when it comes out over there,
I paid $8.99 for it. You're not going to get this anywhere else
unless you go to Trader
for
Joe's.
any kind of cheapness.
But,
You go to Trader Joe's.
wait in line.
Right. Wait in line to get in. Right. Or you can just go to Rouse's over there on US 90 in LeBarn. Metro.
Somebody almost ran me over at
Or
Trader
walk
Joe's
right in.
parking lot in a Subaru, and I was like, "Of course it was a Subaru." Anyway, this is an A, of course. I say 94.
I'm going to trump you and say 96.
Well, I don't think it's that good, but it is really good. But 2 percentage points is trivial.
No, I just want to say thank you, Sarah, Nevada, for making beer great again.
And that might be the beer talking. All right, anyway, yeah, but it's thoroughly enjoyable, and I've never drank this beer in my life thinking, oh, there's this little problem with it. You know, it's like you never say that. You just think, wow, I'm drinking it again. I'm drinking it again.
It's really good. They I'll tell you what.
See,
It
I'm out
seems
of-
like this year I spent maybe a little extra time in the QA. This one's fantastic. It's different every year. It's variants to it, but it's basically the same recipe. And this one's just fantastic.
I mean, the changes over the years have been negligible. I mean, it's always reliably good. So anyway, so Les Le Bon Temps Relais, a fabulous product. We like drinking fabulous beers. Now, some people criticize, say, you're always giving A's. I say, well, I'm drinking A beers.
I think what we had today.
If I keep getting
Everyone
good,
may.
excellent beer.
Yeah, it's just these mystery beers that we have to try. Ones that come to the market with fancy labels and fancy stories that we know nothing about. And we'll try those. Those are the ones that might get scores lesser of an A. But the ones that are tried and
reliables.
true and come through every year, and we know, hey, last year's was an A, then we know a base about what the beer and where it's going.
Yeah, even if it gets to an A minus, you know something's terribly wrong, right? That doesn't happen too much, but it has happened. I remember Samuel Adams Boston Lager from like 2014 to 2016. I was like, why does this taste like cornbread? You know, I know it shouldn't taste like cornbread. But then it went away.
Adams, remember in 2008, 2009, they came out with Noble Pills.
Well, I love that beer.
That was fantastic.
I was in love with that
great.
beer.
And I go to this restaurant all the time, and they had it on tap. And you get a picture of it. Oh, it was the best beer ever.
And I only had the bottle. All right, so Les
no.
LA Bon Temps Relais, a fabulous beer. And we're going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.